Don't know why they changed the names like that. And he became Colombian champion back in 1992. Made a couple of defenses, won the Federation of Caribbean Boxing Organizations title last time out on points over 12 rounds, beat one Cecilio Santos. Shame when the fighters get so warmed up in the dressing rooms, they come out here and they kept waiting when they really would like to get things going. And as you can see, they still want to keep this man warm. Johnson too. Got to say that those Johnson fights with Rafael Marquez, of course, a real hot pot, undefeated former Olympian for the USA, and no real names on the record of Bolano to speak of, so I shan't bore you with a whole litany of names. And here's the greying Mark Joseph Johnson, also a southpaw, and so an all southpaw title fight here. Should be quite good actually. Johnson's a very slick mover, nice fast puncher, long arms, and this is a big step up in class for Bolano. By the way, I said 3 defeats on the Johnson record. He's got beaten twice by Rafael Marquez, but his only other defeat came in his second fight against the Scouser, Richie Wenton. Hope you're doing well, Richie. Richie, of course, had a lot of success as a professional fighter, and he's always a pleasure to see. And that went to defeat was way back in 1990. Johnson's often carped about it, but I didn't see it, so I can't say. I've got to say, one of the things I dislike most in boxing is entourages. I'm not sure if that's the plural of entourage, or is it entourage? I've got no idea, but I really do get fed up with entourages. Why? I mean, they're not necessary as far as I'm concerned. Just hangers on. But a lot of fighters do attract backslappers, and Johnson no exception.
Right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Junior Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks and hailing from Cordoba, Colombia. He weighed in at the Junior Bantamweight limit of 115 pounds even. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with 38 wins, no losses, 28 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked in the top 5 by all of the major boxing organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WBO #1 Junior Bantamweight contender, introducing the undefeated Luis Monstrito Bolano.
So there he is, the challenger. As you heard, ranked in the top 5 by everybody.
Across the ring, the defending world champion on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks with white trim, hailing from our nation's capital of Washington, D.C. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 115 pounds even. His record stands at 42 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest, with 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former IBF flyweight world champion, the former IBF junior bantamweight world champion, and now the current and defending WBO junior bantamweight champion of the world, introducing Mark Too Sharp Johnson.
Well, he's really got his eye on this challenger, hasn't he?
Once again, a referee in charge, Arthur Mercanti, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of championship boxing scheduled.
Yep, referee for this one, Arthur Mercanti Jr., by the way. His dad is one of the judges.
Instructions early in the night by the commission. I expect a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Good luck.
I know I've said it before, but I don't believe that Arthur Mercanti Jr. is a patch on his dad. What a fantastic referee his father was. Here we go then, round one of a scheduled dozen. And Mark Johnson, if he hasn't slipped too far, defending this title, is, I think, a pretty warm favourite to win this one. He is an inch shorter than Bolano, but it shouldn't matter. Both weighed in exactly the same at 115. Eight stone 3, by the way, in case you're wondering, in English money. So Bolano then in the silver, or yeah, whitey stroke silver shorts. And Johnson's got very good footwork. He's got very good judge of distance as well. And this could be a difficult night's work. As I say, it's a big step up in class, in my opinion, for Bolano, despite being ranked, as you heard Jimmy Lennon Jr. say, in the top 5 by virtually everybody. It just goes to show you, doesn't it? You know, you don't have to beat anyone these days to be a top contender. And as I say, he has beaten nobody, really. Not too many clean punches connecting so far in this opener. Well, arcing left cross there from Johnson. Not good enough, really, needs to be straight. Shortest point between two distances is a straight line. I'm amazed at how many fighters bowl their punches. Nice uppercut, come hook there from Mark Johnson. Johnson in the red, the defending WBO champion. And you know, it's quite clear that how can Johnson even regard himself as a world champion when he's been beaten twice by the very much younger Rafael Marquez. Very strange. But then again, I don't really begrudge Johnson his share of the glory. You know, he's been a pro for a long time now. Turned pro 14 years ago, and he was only 18 then. And as I say, Bolano turned pro 15 years ago when he was 19. And silky smooth defensive skills here from Johnson, who moves well and wins the first round. Don't think there's going to be too many doubts about that.
Look, you're an overhand right, but you got your 2 and 3. You got the J. You got the J. All right, come on. 2 and 3, come on. One no wrench? Give me no wrench. Give me no wrench. Hey, Mark, you can do anything you want to do. Shake your shoulder. Go one up, one down. Brick, north, and hook. Hey, box him in there. Hey, they're too slow.
Don't forget about your fight.
But they're low, don't fight, but you got to throw 3 and 4. And when you sit back down, you ain't doing nothing yet. Slow him down to the back.
Well, always interesting to hear what the corners have got to say. And as you heard there, he wants to go one up, one down, head and body. So Mark Johnson, then, as you can see, doesn't go steaming in to get involved in the fray. He just comes out and picks his spot. And, well, decent attack at the start of round 2 from Bolano. And Luis Bolano is, as I say, up against it here when you consider his experience. Against the quality of opponent, that is. Nine defences successful, of course, for Johnson of the IBF crown. Well, once again, a bit of corrective footwork there from Johnson, who's boxed everywhere. Sorry, has only ever boxed in the United States, with one exception. He took on Richie Wenton in Ireland. And I suppose if the Wenton clan had realised what Johnson were going to achieve, they might not have taken it in the first place, but they did, and they won. Not a bad round this, not a bad beginning here for Bolano, although having said that, Johnson just beginning to find his range here. Made a better start. Nice sharp left cross there from Johnson. And someone asked me recently, what's the most ridiculous nickname I've ever heard in boxing? Well, I gotta say, Jason Too Smooth Booth has got a great ring to it, but Jason One Smooth, I'm afraid, makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Jason One Smooth Booth, come on. Well, Bolano here getting caught on the counter. He's been quite busy himself, but just taking the odd counter punch every now and then. Well, that was on the waistband from Johnson. And that's one of the Johnson habits that I wish he wouldn't do. He always drops the right hand like that. And he does that principally because he's feeling quite cocky and confident about beating the opponent. And, oh, lovely bit of work here from the pair of them. Very sharp punches coming in from Johnson, hence the nickname. But there hasn't been much in this round. And I'll tell you something, oh, McCanty, they're steaming in and dragging Bolano off him. I'm going to go levels on that one.
I got to bring my thing back. Come on, look, hey, Mark, how you doing, box? You beautiful.
Bit of replay here then from the second round. Bang, lovely little right hook there from Johnson. And watch this, same punch, reverse angle. So there he is then, the defending champion, and so far not doing too badly, although a pretty spirited round there, I thought, from Bolano. 10-10 I gave that round. He made a good start. Johnson came into things in the last third of the fight. And here we go, round 3. So Mark Too Sharp Johnson in the red shorts, the defending champion, first defence this of his WBO crown. And it's the third time, by the way, the third flavour of title he's held. Personally, I would have thought there would have been more value in becoming, no, forget it. I was going to say USBA champion over the WBO, but there's not much in it. USBA, by the way, in case you're wondering, United States Boxing Association, or the other one being the United States Boxing Federation. So, as I say, what hope is there for boxing if there's 2 American titles to aim for? There's also 2 European titles to aim for, of course. The European Union and the European title proper, and there won't be much between them eventually when everyone else is made a member of the European community. It's up to 25 at the moment. Was that a low shot on the waistband? Yes, it was nothing major, and it came in the heat of battle. Once again, a sharp cross there from Johnson. On the move. And the other thing you've got to remember, champions don't want to fight challengers who are capable of beating them. The only reason they will do that, of course, is for a big payday and generally a return clause. There's so much hand-picking done these days, so much cherry-picking of challengers, it's almost ludicrous. Well, once again, that left hand from Johnson getting through on target, just as Bolano made a forward move. And he has got very long arms, hasn't he? He's the shorter man by an inch, but I tell you what, I bet his arms are probably an inch longer. And Luis Bolano, of course, pretty friendless here in Nantucket. He's a long way from home. Oh, on walkabouts there. And Johnson possibly a little bit too confident at this point. Or should I say overconfident as well. Well, Johnson wins the round, there's no doubt about that, but well, still it's possible here that Bolano could upset him. Looks like a strong man, doesn't he?
Mira, esto era el primero episodio que era buenísimo, pero mira a mí. Cuando termina con 3 o 4 golpes, él va detrás, usted tiene que síguelo. Está bien y síguelo. Usted no puede dar una decisión aquí. Vámonos.
Couldn't agree more.
Combinaciones, Bolano. Abajo y arriba a la derecha. Pum, pum, y se la sube.
So they wanted to go out and be the aggressor, I think, to surmise from that bit of conversation there. Bit of replay here then from round 3. And that's the clash of heads and that low blow. Johnson grimaced slightly there. Here we go then, round 4 of the schedule 12. And Mark Johnson in the red shorts, a defending WBO champion at super flyweight, in action here against the challenger, Luis Bolano. And I've got Johnson 2 points in front at this stage, 30-28. Well, big misses there from Bolano. They take it out of you, by the way. It takes energy to miss, to load up with a big punch and miss. It's terribly soul-destroying sometimes, especially if it's a regular thing. And as you can see, Bolano's not having the success he'd like. Well, got through there the right uppercut. Johnson always stalking, always very alert. Does get caught, obviously. At this level, you can't fail to get caught. And for the record, by the way, Johnson scored 28 of 42 inside, and 2/3 of the Bolano wins have come inside the limit. 28 of 38 fights have ended in his favour inside the limit. And as I say, he's undefeated in 38 fights to date. .42 wins for Johnson. That's a decent record, isn't it? And a lovely bit of defensive work here again for Mark Johnson. What a fantastic combination there from Johnson. Uppercut, right hook. And Bolano on the floor then in round 4. And he looks embarrassed. He doesn't look particularly hurt. Well, can Johnson finish it here? Lovely couple of punches there from Johnson. Oh, look at that. Comes straight in with a bolo shot. And the uppercut again, getting through on target. Left hook too, and he's got him with a body shot. He gets Bolano with a body punch. He spits his gum shield out. It could all be over here then for the challenger. It is indeed. It's all over then for Luis Bolano, beaten in 4 rounds by Mark Johnson. What a finish that was. Well, very intelligent punch placing there from Johnson. So he's still the champion. And I want to see that again. I believe it was a body punch that finished off pro Luis Bolano then. That's his first defeat, by the way, in this, his 39th professional fight. And as I say, it was a step too far for him. Decent effort, but a step too far nonetheless. Well, Johnson celebrates there. And the crowd are delighted for him. And I'm sure he's pretty chuffed about it too. So first major title fight then for Bolano ends in fate at the age of 34. What a shame for him. If he'd have been maybe 2 or 3 years younger, he might have taken those punches okay. Here we go again then. It was a right uppercut, left uppercut, right hook combination that did the damage initially, put him on the floor. And then Johnson, when he ripped back in, it was a bolo punch that he went for. And that's a very damaging body shot, the bolo punch. So called, by the way, after Kid Gavilan, who was a sugarcane cutter, used to use the bolus, which is the name of the knife, to cut cane. And the action of the cut was how Gavilan developed the bolo punch, in case you're wondering. And here we go again. That's the body punch. What a cracker that was. Absolute sickener. Terrific shot. And it really, there's Arthur McCanty Sr. Leaning on the ring apron with a scarf around his neck. And he's seen a very good punch there land at close range. Here it is again. Bang. Imperceptible at first, but very painful. There it is. And you saw the rib cage there just shudder when that punch landed. Solar plexus had caught him. And as soon as McCanty Jr. realised that Bolano wasn't going to get up, he got the doctor in straight away to stop the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 40 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, Arthur Mercanti, stops the contest. He's the winner by way of knockout, and still the WBO Junior Bantamweight Champion of the World, Mark Too Sharp Johnson.
No doubt about that. Mark Johnson, a very, very impressive winner there. Wins in 4 rounds against the outgunned challenger from Colombia. Not to worry.